Hi guys! Let's talk about focus. Staying focused can be such an important thing, especially in today's world where there's so much going on. For me, running a family of 12 people and also owning several businesses, it is super important for me to stay focused. It's the only way I get anything done. So today I'm going to tell you 5 tips on what I do to help myself stay focused. So one of the first things that I do to help myself stay focused is I make lists. Guys, I am always making lists. I have a notebook that I usually carry around with me everywhere. And in that notebook, and it's not a full-size notebook, it is like a medium-sized notebook. And in that notebook, I have all kinds of things. But on about half of those pages, if you look through it, you'll find lists. So let me show you what my lists look like. Here is a list that I have of things that I needed to do. And I make a little box and I write down what I need. And then when I'm done, I just cross off the box. And when my list starts getting filled up because I'm doing most of it, I'll start also crossing things off so I can see better. Once I get down to about 3 or 4 things left, I start a new list because I always have more things to add. So the first thing I do to stay focused is I make a list because I feel like when I have that list to go to, I can look at what I need to do and also I can see what I have done. And that helps me feel like I'm also getting things accomplished. The second thing I do is in that same notebook, I write down anything that is going through my head. Now, this is different than making lists. My lists are to keep me on task. Writing down what's in my head is to let my mind be free to think of other things. So when I start thinking about things and I'm thinking, oh, I need to do this, or oh, I need to remember that, my head starts to get very bogged down. And when my mind gets bogged down, I cannot focus. And so instead, what I do is I start writing things down. I write down, maybe Rosie wanted this certain thing for Christmas. Or, oh, maybe that's right. I need to remember to tell Sean something the caseworker said. Or, so there are all kinds of things that go through my mind. And so I will write down those things so that way I know that I won't forget them, but that they can leave my mind because I will sit there and dwell on those things and then I can't focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. So the second thing I do is I write down anything that goes through my mind so that way I know I'm not going to forget it and I can let it go. The third thing I do is I declutter. Guys, right now we are doing all kinds of remodeling to our home. And there's always tons of kids stuff laying around. And, you know, right now we just got finished with the holidays. And so there's holiday stuff everywhere. So decluttering is huge for my mind. I know that anytime there is clutter laying around, I have the hardest time focusing. But when I start to clean up an area and I make sure that that area is free of clutter, it's funny what happens to my mind. I really start to be able to focus more on what I'm supposed to be doing. So this even goes for things like cooking or the dishes. If my kitchen is completely cluttered, I have a really hard time staying on task. Instead of doing the dishes, I keep looking over and thinking that I need to clean off the island. And so I will maybe start to do this or put this away. Or so then I am leaving the middle of my dishes and then I go back. And then I leave the middle of my dishes again and then I go back. And I play this back and forth game and I end up accomplishing nothing. So I declutter my areas because by doing that, I find I can stay on the task that I'm trying to finish. And when I do just one task at a time, so maybe I declutter everything first, and then I do dishes, and then I clean the stove, and so on and so on. Then I find that I am able to get those things done faster and I'm way more efficient. Now, this also goes for my work. So if I have a design that I need to do, or I have video I need to make, or anything that I need to do, I find that by thinking about all the different things at the same time, I bounce back and forth. But by focusing on just one thing, I get it done faster, more efficient, and then I can move on to the next thing and I end up getting more things done that way. So by decluttering my house, by decluttering my mind, I am able to stay on task and stay focused. Now, number 4 is get motivated. Now, I get motivated by usually listening to music. I have actually been this way since I was a teenager. So I would always do my homework as a teenager, and everybody would always say, well, you can't do that while you're doing something else. But I have always found that if I have music in the background, even just real quiet, I am able to stay focused and be motivated to get done what I need to get done. Sometimes I, as an adult, do like silence, but I also find that if I turn on some music in the background, that I am able to get more done quicker. I think it's because the music motivates me. I feel good, it makes me happy, and I am just really able to get more accomplished because the music motivates me. Sometimes if I'm just cleaning the house and I don't need to be really focused on work, I will put in my AirPods and I will listen to a book. I love listening to audiobooks. Sometimes I listen to audiobooks that are entertaining, and sometimes I listen to audiobooks that I can gain knowledge from. But I will do something that motivates me. Sometimes cleaning can be kind of boring, and so by listening to a book, for me, it makes it fun. Also, the music when I am working and I need to stay focused on something I'm working on, like a design or ideas. The music helps me because I don't have to think about what I'm hearing. It's just something fun where I can tap my foot to the beat, but it keeps me motivated to do my work. Last, number 5 is make sure to have downtime. I have found that this is something that's super important for me. Now, I am able to stay very focused and I am able to get a lot done, but in the evenings, I have to have downtime. For me, what downtime looks like is I like to sit in my chair. I like to turn on a TV show that is entertaining for me, and I like to think about nothing except for this fake TV show that I'm watching that really means nothing. It is just purely for entertainment. So by entertaining myself and not having to think about anything during that time. It really helps my brain so that way the next day I can stay focused. By having that downtime and allowing myself that time where my brain just doesn't have to think about anything at all that's important, it really helps me to stay focused when I need to be focused. So make sure, guys, that you give yourself downtime so that way your brain can recoup, it can reset, and then you can be more motivated when you actually need to be. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the 5 tips. I hope they're helpful for you in your life, whether it's work or whether it's at home. Also, if you guys have any comments or questions about the tips, comment down below and I'll be sure to answer them. Otherwise, we'll see you next time in our next video. Bye!